Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heretic on the Black Plague Possesses Thee difficulty, playthrough GZDoom, and also doing every single level with a 1 start, because we like to up the ante here on this channel. We finished off the last map, the guard tower, and now we are going to start off this video with the Citadel. So, first things first, this level is a clusterfuck. Yeah, pardon my French, but that's exactly what this is. It's an M-rated game, so I could say swears. Now, if you go up here, you'll be greeted with a nitro golem, and a secret with the 1 geode and a quiver of ethereal arrows. Now you can use this ammo to deal with the golems. Be very wary of the undead warriors, because they're here too. You can probably kill them with the wand. It's a little time consuming, but it isn't too risky as long as you can strafe. You can strafe, right? I hope so, because you'll be needing it for this level. Now, kill off all these enemies in this area. Well, as much as you can. Be sure to go through all these little doors here, because they have a few enemies hiding here. And a torch here, too, if you want it. Now, I killed the fire gargoyle that was in here. He was guarding these crystal vials, which isn't good, but since he's dead, it is good. Now, what I just did there was a running, jump. There's no jumping in this game, but you can run across these platforms here. So, when you do that, you will be greeted with the yellow key. So take it, and I didn't kill this guy? I guess not. Let's use the gauntlets on him. Spice things up. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, up there are some disciples of the Sparrow waiting to purple my face off with their purple projectiles. Not only that, there are some golems over here, including 1 nitro golem. And yes, they get into infights with the regular golems, which is lovely. Just lovely. Mwah. So now we have the yellow key. We can open up these 2 yellow doors. And this one leads to where you would normally go if you wanted to get the green key and this tome of power on this little well here. Provided you know how to do a running jump. But this other door here will lead to something much more important than any keys and such. Not this gargoyle, and not this nitro golem, but the ethereal crossbow. Our bread and butter. It's right there, boys, girls, whatever. Anyways, we can go back up here, and we can go down here to this area. We probably could have gone around the building because it just leads to this area, but I like to have some dramatic flair. Now press this switch and you'll get the shadow sphere. And now that you have the shadow sphere, it'll make dealing with some of these next sections a lot easier, or difficult depending on where you're at. Now, I believe pressing that button in that area over there, not the one with the shadow sphere, but the other one that was in the room with the yellow key and the ethereal crossbow, opens up this stairway. And pressing this button lowers this. And don't worry about this, it's not a crusher. even though it has the same texture as the crushers did in the previous levels. Anyways, what we can do, since we're low on health, I'm going to use the Tome of Power on the gauntlets and power myself up. And also use the wand. Pick up these crystal vials here. And when you walk to this area, all of these areas will lower as well. Now this part just leads to the previous area you were in, but this part leads to a new area. So, deal with all the enemies in this area. Beware of the disciples throwing purple magic whatevers at you. Also beware of the fire gargoyles and the nitro golems. Yeah, this level has a lot of enemies, what can I say? But, if you go here, you get the blue key. So get that, which we'll be using very shortly. Well, not very shortly. It's kind of hard to think whenever you got a bunch of enemies firing at you, but we'll get the job done. We can go up here if we want. And if we just walk up here, the red lift will lower itself if we go through this area, this way. Because this is pretty much a duplicate of the area to the right. And I assume to prevent any problems, it lowers on its own when you go through it that way. Anyway, let's pick off these golems, or gargoyles even, sorry. And you know what? We can use the Shadow Sphere here, because there are a lot of undead warriors, and using it makes us pretty much impervious to their attacks, unless we get up into melee range. So open this door, you'll be greeted with a golem, and this will lift up, revealing the bag of holding, which you can get to get more ammo. Sweet. So go down here, and you can go to a secret area, which has a quiver of ethereal arrows and 2 portals. And these 2 portals lead to where the disciples are. So be wary of that. Also be wary of these guys. And you know what? Since we're gonna fight these guys later, we might as well go down here. And ouch! That undead warrior can get you if you're not expecting him. So expect the undead warrior. Sorry if that came in a little bit too late, but you can get a little worked up. But in the same area where that undead warrior was, there was also Wings of Wraith. And oh god, I got hit by a red axe. So I'm gonna pick up some health. Thankfully, there's quite a bit of it around here. And there's also 2 torches. You don't need it too much except for this dark area here. And what we're gonna do now is go back down this area and go through the teleporter we didn't go through before to get more ammo for our ethereal crossbow, because there's a lot of it there. Anyways, now that we have the ammo and everything, we could probably go back down here. For some reason I didn't pick it up. Huh. And we can go up here to kill a nitro golem and more golems, which may or may not be of the nitro variety, and disciples of the Sparrow. Ow. Yeah, even one of those projectiles can pack a punch, so be wary of them. So if you do a walk across this platform here and press this area will lower. You can finally deal with that nitro golem, and get to the Dragon Claw. You can use it to deal with this guy. At least that's what I'll do. And you can go into this area here. Now, this is a timed secret, sort of. Because normally this platform would lead up to this area with the Dragon's Claw, but if you go through at a very specific time, you can go through to get the Morphovum. Now, there is, I believe, one more secret. But first, we'll have to deal with these golems and this undead warrior, which has been giving us grief for pretty much this whole part of this section right here. So, do some platform jumping and get to this area with the Ring of Invincibility. Yes, it is exactly what it implies to be. Now, we can go through the blue door. Finally. We could have gone through it earlier, but we're going for 100% kills. But since we're here, we might as well use the Ring of Invincibility. Use it up. Kill these undead warriors. Go down here, press this button. It'll reveal this door here, which will open up to 2 Disciples of the Sparrow. And good thing we have that Ring of Vulnerability. Now, I didn't use the wand or the Wings of Wraith earlier, but I'm going to use them right now, just to pick up this ammo. We won't need it because it's nearly the end of the level. But if for whatever reason you want to fly, you can do it here. But for demonstrative purposes, I'll show you that you could also get to the secret with the Wings of Wraith. Yes. That kind of makes this jumping platform section a bit pointless, huh? But I showed it off to you just in case you didn't have the wings. And I also came back here to kill this guy. Because, yeah, that's all the enemies. So all the enemies, all the kills, all the secrets, which were only like 4. No, that's still a lot. Yeah, all the kills, all the secrets, we are done. Now, I didn't get all the items this time. No big deal. But there are some lying around there, particularly in those alcoves, which you can only get to most of them using the Wings of Wraith, which is why they give you the second pair of wings. At least I think that's why. But if you want to get those items, feel free to do so. But I got all the kills and all the secrets, which is what matters most to me. Anyways, that was the Citadel, which was E1M5 of Heretic's first episode. And now, for the next video, we'll be going into the Cathedral. And until then, toodaloo.